morning. I'd like to start this off by saying that today I think is one of those, I kind of wish I drank more coffee days or could sleep in days. I set my alarm every morning to get up around 5:15. And this morning I'm happy to say I managed to actually get out of bed by 5:30, which is better than yesterday. So yesterday I got up at 6, and you say, well, why are you so crazy to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Especially in the summer, kids aren't, you don't have to get up with the kids. But here's the deal, is that if I don't get up early enough and give myself time, I am not going to get anything done, because by the time that I get home from work, I have no interest in doing any cleaning, filling the bird feeders, exercising, doing my paperwork for work. So I try to get up in the morning and do something that I'm supposed to be doing as an adult. So this morning I managed to get myself awake early enough, and the birds actually got fed, and I actually managed to do like almost a half an hour of exercising. My favorite program that I use for exercising, but it's so hard, is that one, what's her name, by Yana Kunitz or something. She's a ballroom dancer, and she does that core strengthening, or core rhythms is what it's called. Yeah. And the app is Body FX, I think. So it's really good, but it's fun. It's to me, it's more fun than sitting on the floor and doing push-ups or sit-ups. I get to kind of shake the booty, and but I don't dare do too much of it, because I learned that the hard way. Because my body is not ready for me to do the program. Like, she has this program that you can follow, and a lot of it is 45 to 50 minutes of these exercises, which is great. I need to do them, but my back screams and spasms if I do too many of them, too many days in a row of them, and it says, oh, forget it. So right now I'm working on the 10-minute a day ones, combined with lifting weights and that sort of thing. And then I think I'll work up to doing 1 or 2 of the 50-minute ones throughout the week, and add those in, and eventually try the program again, because I noticed results immediately. I mean, it works. Again, it works, but again, I am not 20 anymore, and my body is not fit and used to me going to exercise classes every day like I used to. I used to be that annoying one at the front of the class who not only did the exercises, but did them the hardest way possible, because the easiest way was too easy. And then I'd look at the people in the back and be like, wow, what are they doing here? They can barely even do a quarter of this. And here I am, that person, that if I dared go to an exercise class, I would be in the back huffing and puffing and going, oh my gosh, why am I here? I'm dying, and taking so many breaks to get water. I'm the one that I used to laugh at. So there you go. Turn around is fair play, I guess. Isn't that what they say? So that's how this morning is. Right. So let's see. Of course, apparently this morning my brain is working on slow-mo. I can't talk and do my makeup at the same time, so we'll see how this goes. Let's see. the last couple days, what have I been talking about? I've been talking about why I'm doing this. Gosh, I've got a really long why. And that's true. My why of why I'm doing this is so huge. It's been building and building and getting bigger, and honestly, last night was a big example of, for me, why this is challenging for me to lose weight and feel like I can do things around the home. So one of my medical issues, I don't think I named it during one of my previous things, but oh yeah, I did, because I said they diagnosed with fibromyalgia. So, fibromyalgia, I don't know. I'll be honest, I still, even though it's supposedly getting out there more as its own specific thing, I'm not sure that I agree with it, that it's its own specific thing. I almost feel like it might be something else that's not diagnosed or not seen, or it is its own thing and people just still use it as a catch-all. I don't know. But anyway, so that's what I've been diagnosed with, is IBS. Or IBS, fibromyalgia. I've also been diagnosed with IBS. And, the thing with fibromyalgia is, the big hallmark of it is pain. Pain radiating throughout the body, pain with the simplest of activities. A good example for me is somebody can, walk by me, poke me really quick, and go boop, and then 5 minutes later, I can point to exactly where it was that they touched me and how much pressure they touched me with. I believe that the whole reason why I can do this, which is not a good superpower to have, is, my brain, the connections in my brain work overtime. And especially when it comes to the connections associated with touch and the pain sensation. They work too hard, and so things that would be just something that anybody else's body would just kind of ignore and say, oh, they would acknowledge it and say, hey, okay, I see you, you touched me, all right, whatever. And then, but it's not a meaningful thing. It's not, a dire situation that I need to be emergently worried about, and the brain forgets it. My brain does not do that. My brain goes, oh, that place, 5 minutes ago, that person came by, and it still hurts, and I just wanted you to know that it's just still hurting you. So that is what I deal with on a constant, everyday basis, and some days are better than other days. Some days I can get through the day and pretty much for me, not have pain. I know that it's there, but I also don't, I'm able to forget about it. It's not in the forefront of my mind. And last night, the pain that I'm having, and even radiating still to today, is so severe. It's just constant, and not only in my joints are hurting, but just my entire body feels, and not an achy pain, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's painful. The hospitals will say, rate your pain with 0 to 10, 0 being no pain and 10 being your worst. Last night, I would say I was easily at an 8. Today, maybe a more manageable 5, 6. But it's definitely still there, and not in the background, which I wish it were. So, days like last night, I was exhausted by the time I get home. When I push myself to work through all that pain, and just, forcibly put it to the background so that I can get my job done. It all kind of builds through the day, and then by the time I get home, I'm just exhausted. It's like I ran a marathon and all I can do is lay down. And the thing that really sucks about it is it's invisible to everybody. Nobody knows that I'm going through it or how bad it is unless I say so. Because on the outside, I obviously look just fine. And, and so this makes it challenging because even though my husband is aware that I have this issue, he's never had to deal with it. And, some days, it looks like I feel like it looks like I'm just being lazy by not wanting to do anything. And some days I just can't do anything. And it's really challenging. So I guess my hope is that if I lose some weight, it'll be less weight to carry around. Also, the exercising can help with the fibromyalgia as well. So I'm hoping the two will help me. So I guess that's another part of why I'm doing all this. I'm forcing myself to post these videos and talk about this on a daily basis. Again, giving myself more accountability for things. Another big part of fibromyalgia, another hallmark, is almost everybody, I probably honestly everybody with fibromyalgia has some degree of depression. And I think that is also true of me, depression and anxiety. Although I feel like I have more depressive issues than anxious issues, but I think my doctor would disagree with that. So, adding depression into the mix, it's really easily to say, and sorry, pardon my language, but fuck it. Some days I have the fuck it's, where I'm like, I don't want to do it, whatever, who cares? What's the big deal? I don't care anymore. I'm already here. Can't make it any worse. That sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to quick go through my grateful things because let's look at the time and I'm on 13 minutes, so I need to wrap her up because I'm not at a point where I'm going to pay for the ability to post more than 15 minutes. So, okay, grateful. Oh gosh. Okay, I got to give myself a little bit of props here. I'm grateful to myself that I am consistently doing this. Really want to add so far, but I'm trying not to. Because in my mind it goes, so far, I'm doing it, so far. Okay, so I've been doing this. I am grateful for the fact that I was able to get enough sleep last night and get myself up at a decent time this morning. I am grateful because the weather has been manageable. It hasn't been too hot. I am grateful again for my hairstylist. I love my hairstylist Jessie because she covered up all my white hairs and made me look beautiful and young again. Let's see, I am grateful that I've tried new things when it comes to, for example, makeup. And other products because I've been able to support my friends through the products I buy and found things that I liked and worked for me. And last one, what am I grateful about? I don't know. My dogs. I'm so grateful about my puppies. They're such snuggle butts. I woke up this morning with one of them snuggling and giving me loving, and that was awesome. All right, hope everybody's having a good day. And again, if you're watching this, I